choose our players right now for our winners match here. Best of 5 between Losira and Hurricane. In the bottom left hand corner is our blue Zerg player from MVP. It's Losira. What's that noise? Oh yeah, I remember. So done. Right, and in the upper right hand corner from Samsung Galaxy, it is Hurricane, our red Protoss player. Pool first here against what could be a potential cannon rush here because of the Forge first, and Losira's going to hatch block. Ooh. Alright, interesting then. So Losira going for the hatch block here. And immediately, I mean, 2 cannons just going to come down to begin dealing with this. This shouldn't really delay him for all too much. I mean, at the same time, Losira's going to delay his own natural expansion from coming down because of this. We're actually going to see the pylon dropped here at the natural 2 to block that for a little while longer. As the gateway going to come down for Hurricane now as well. So very interesting opening here in game 1 of our winners match. Best of 5. $150 to the winner of this series, guys. And of course, guaranteed qualification to our larger tournament at the end of February / the start of March. Which is very exciting. Going to be a lot of money up for grabs in that. These cannons are slowly taking down this hatchery here, and gonna get rid of it very soon. I don't think it's gonna be able to finish. It's gonna be very close actually, as its health continues to fall. It's just gonna go down. Yeah, okay. He actually cancels it there, and the drone does die as well. So Hurricane gonna be able to pop down the Nexus here without too much of a delay in the end. And back at home, Losira, he's taken down that pylon. He's popped down his own natural expansion, and he's now actually chasing this this probe back across the map. He's going to take the gold base too. Okay, well, this is a little bit interesting. The gold base coming down from Losira, so he is one to play, you know, pretty weird kind of builds, and 3 hatches coming down, and one of them being at the gold is definitely something which is a little bit weird. You know, he's not as crazy and as weird as, you know, this is something you'd probably look at and be like, is this Leenock doing this or something? But yeah, let's see where Losira is going to go from this. So, I mean, because there's nothing that was forcing him necessarily if this probe actually does escape. Wow. There's nothing forcing him to take the gold, right? You know, there's not a, you know, there's no pylon block here. There's no reason at all he has to take this gold. He just wants it. So it's a very interesting choice indeed. Now, we're going to see this gateway coming in here soon. Starts to make a sentry out of that, and 3 more gateways are being added on by Hurricane. So Hurricane here looking as though he may very well get very aggressive very quickly, and this can work so well against against what his opponent is doing right now. Losira with this gold base. I mean, the gold base is in a very forward position. That's something you got to remember. Because it's so far forward, it's very far away from the natural as well. It's actually very hard to defend. Now, we do have speed lanes on the way, but pure speed lanes in terms of a defense against a what's potentially 4-gate aggression is not great at all. Now, we don't have +1 being researched. We do have gases being taken. So maybe not that much of a commitment to this as we originally thought. Puts a pylon down here, and he will be able to warp in with this. This Mothership Core has given up on its scouting mission to chase that Zerglin, actually. And this could be a little bit of a different 4-gate, maybe with a couple of sentries moving across the map as well. This Zerglin is still being chased away. More probes being made, and will saturate this gas as well. So it looks as though he's not actually all too bothered about committing with these 4 gateways. 4 gateways. He's not going to be aggressive at all. This Overlord will come in, and we'll see these gateways. And but no warp gate yet, and I think Losira are probably going to realise, well, you're probably not going to attack me then. He's making a round of drones right now. That was before he saw the gateways though, so let's see what he makes next. That's going to be the real kind of interesting point. He's a little bit supplied up, makes another Overlord, makes a spine crawl out this gold base. So again, I think he's just being safe right now, and I don't think there's anything wrong with that. As he takes down these rocks, it's going to become a lot easier to defend this gold. And right now, Hurricane is not in a great position. He does warp in a few sentries and a couple of Zeds. I guess maybe just wants to try and take the 3rd base nice and quickly. I guess that's definitely a possibility with this. He's going to take down another Overlord here. Now this Zerglin as well, going to take a little bit of damage, and he will just pop down the 3rd base. And I wonder if Losira, I think this really opens up an opportunity for Losira where he's going to be able to just kind of come in with a massive roachling and just be mega aggressive. There we go, 10 roaches started up. So, I mean, he knows the 3rd base is coming down, but you start these roaches anyway. this is going to be very hard for Hurricane to hold. I think this kind of Roach Ling Bust kind of style can be so effective. Now, there's going to be plenty of force fields, but there's not going to be anything to really deal damage from this army of Hurricane, and that's the real problem with this. You know, if you don't have anything to deal damage, you can drop force fields all day long, but in the end, you're going to run, your force fields are going to disappear, then you're going to need more force fields. In the end, you run out of force fields. These Lings are going to come in, they're going to try and hit this third base right now. There's a cannon on the way up, a couple of Zealots get warped in, and one of them may get picked off. No, just about survives there. As the first Roaches are popping out now, and he will begin to move forward with this. One advantage of having this gold base is the creep spread will move forwards into the middle of the map very quickly. As, oh no, Hurricane's moving out to the middle here. He dropped some force fields, and well, these Sentries are doing a good job so far. 2 of them have gone down, the rest of them starting to fall as well. Here come the Lings from behind, and this is going to be the real issue here, as well as the fact he just doesn't have anywhere to kind of warp in with. He does actually just recall home. He recalls to his third base, starts up some Stalkers, and Immortals being made as well. And, well, he lost a lot of Sentries there, and he used a lot of force fields too. How many were lost in total? Only 4, not too bad. I think the bigger issue is the fact that he lost so many, is that he had to use so many force fields. And these force fields here aren't actually that great. He's actually given a lot of surface area to these Zerglings still. And he's kind of in a little bit of a panic mode right now. This Immortal coming in will help out a lot against these Roaches, as the Zerglings are beginning to get cleaned up, and Hurricane will hold on for now. And Losira has to start up Aspire back at home. He starts +1 melee, starts an Infestation Pit as well. Very interesting combination of buildings here from our Zerg player. Some probes going to transfer over to this third base now, and he's going to be able to get a little bit more of a solid position, solid hold on this third now, I think. Now, if there's Immortal out especially, and a couple more Sentries coming in, he should be alright. I mean, that could have gone so much worse. In fact, I mean, I think it was a really bad position originally for Hurricane. He was in the middle. He was moving out against Losira, who wanted to be aggressive. He wanted to be attacking them, and he moved out into it. It was pretty much the worst situation he could be in. Losira has gone away with this gold base. I mean, his income, let's actually look at that income. I mean, you can see it's actually fairly even. Despite it being a gold base, another base coming down here now for Losira, and actually Hurricane going to take the opportunity to begin moving across the map, and you know, he's actually attacking at a time where he could do a lot of damage, because Losira wants to try and save money to try and make something with his Spire and his Infestation Pit, and you know, he's got an Immortal in here. He's been mostly Roach Ling up until now, and he's got a lot of gateways to make this work with, so some Zealots getting warped in. They're going to be able to help out against these Lings which are coming in from behind. This Immortal is going to be doing a lot of work against these Roaches. 2 kills on it so far, but you can just see the Roaches are just dying so quickly here. Running out of force fields though, and more Roaches, more Lings on the way in. Drones are being pulled though, and Hurricane is looking fantastic here in game number 1 of this best of 5. Some more Zealots being warped in. This Immortal's about to get picked off though, gets saved! On like, what, 1 HP, 2 HP, saved again! Roaches continuing to fall. 16 drones have been killed. And, well, the shields will begin to regenerate on this Immortal. This gold base looks as though it will go down. 17 workers killed now in total. And there's potential for just one more here. As a force field comes down, this Immortal is going to get taken. No, it's actually the Mothership Core which gets taken down here. He saves the Immortal, picks it up once again. He has to be so careful. There's a lot of Roaches though. And now Losira is starting to overrun his opponent, I think. Saves that Immortal one more time, dropping it, picking it up, dropping it, getting a shot, picking it up. It's so tense with this Immortal micro. One mistake and he will lose it here. Hurricane has lost everything. He's got a lot of money back at home. And he sees, again, just a lot of Roaches. He starts to make another Immortal, some more Sentries being made. And maybe if he just started to make another Immortal back at home a little bit soon. He's got so much money, he just can't use it right now. It's going to be kind of a tense hold at this third base, but if he can hold on, he might just about, he might just about be okay, simply because he will have a pretty good composition against pure Roach Ling. Smuta's starting to be made as well right now for Losira. As he's going to start taking down these pounds. Some Stalkers being warped in as well. He's going to drop this Immortal off over towards the third base. His Immortal position that naturally can't actually get out because of the way he's walled off here. The force fields are pretty good, trapping quite a lot of units, and Losira is losing a lot. 4 meters being made, but he doesn't really have that much gas. He didn't lose this gold base though, so he's actually going to keep the gases there, and that's pretty huge as well. But again, only 4 meters isn't that scary. There's now 2 Immortals are going to actually come forward here. They're going to drop down, and they're going to get a couple of shots off here on these Roaches. Picks up again though, and a few shots for free. And that's pretty nice, as again, them first few meters have come out. More Stalkers on the way. Blink has finished upgrading. We're only on 1-1 Stalkers though, so not quite +2 just yet. Not actually, only just started +2. As this Warp Prism is still flying around, has to be so careful of that, especially with Mutalisks out. Especially considering the fact he's got Immortals in this. He doesn't really want to lose them, especially if he's going to get attacked right now by a lot of Roachling, but it looks as though Hurricane's actually looking okay right now. He turns this army around. Mutas go in towards the main base. Stalker's being warped in here as well. And they will blink forwards. They're going to start taking down these Mutalisks. Cannon will keep working away here. And moving on to the creep spread. Blinking away actually with the Stalker. And oh, so close. Okay, he's actually going to start picking off these Mutas. The Immortal's getting caught though. And that's pretty bad, especially considering this is a big amount of Roaches coming in here. But still a lot of Stalkers. Another Immortal coming in from the side. And that will start firing. 2 Immortals are saved on very low hit points once again. At least one of them. The other one was the one from low hit points before. And Hurricane with a big warping of Stalkers going to move forwards here. And Enduring Locust is being upgraded right now for Losira. But does he have the opportunity to really make a round of Swarm Hosts? You know, because he need, you know, if he wants to make them, he can. But it's not going to be easy. He's investing, Hurricane investing a lot of cannons right now to defend his third base. Maybe thinking that there's going to be a base trade or some sort, because he did see them initial Mutalisks, but we haven't seen that being committed to any further from Losira. As Hurricane hits the supply block right now, he's going to actually blink forward, take out some of the creep spread to the right-hand side. He's going to get into a position where he can shut down the mine on the gold base, and that's pretty nice. As Ling Roach is actually going to come in and try and defend this here from 2 angles. This is really nice, and without many force fields, this Ling Roach army is doing work. These Immortals are going to start going down here. Stalkers, they can't really blink anywhere, because where do you blink when you've been surrounded from both sides? That being said, you could always just blink aggressively on top of your opponent. Hurricane, feeling as though he's in a bit of an advantage here. He's lost his Immortals, though. It's pretty much just pure Stalker right now. +2 is about to finish on these Stalkers, which makes them that little bit more powerful. Taking down this 4th base will be nice, because he denies the gas mining. And he takes down the Macro Hatchery as well. Still a lot of Ling Roach, though, and Dark Shrine starts up. So both these hatcheries will go down. Some sentries would not go amiss right now, as Losira is still just on this Ling Roach composition. He's going to come in here. There's some sentries in the front. 3 force fields baited out though, not actually being too effective. Now he warps to a couple more sentries. Maybe realizes he does need these force fields. And Ling Roach coming in here from both sides. Once again, force fields coming down. And these Stalkers are starting to blink away, but is it going to be enough here? This one Immortal is still holding strong, and it's trying to do whatever it can. 10 kills on that. Kind of interested to see how many kills the other Immortals had before they went down. And it looks as though Hurricane's actually in a fab position now. He's actually over 50 supply up, and he's going to move forward here in towards this army. Lings and Roaches moving forwards, but there's just way too much Protoss. He's just going to keep moving forwards. GG, Hurricane takes game number 1, ladies and gentlemen, in this best of 5.